Hello, my name is Mr. Myles, and I'm going to go over designated and non-designated driving errors. I've had a lot of requests on this on the YouTube channel, Driving with Myles. If you have already done so, please subscribe. Also, I'm known as at the funny underscore guy 2 on TikTok. Okay, let's get right into it. A lot of drivers fail to search left, right, and left. It's extremely important when you're driving, particularly on your road test, that you search. You have to have an active search pattern. Your road tester will not say anything. He or she will simply sit next to you in the passenger seat and have a clipboard and mark this off. Next is the small picture. When you're driving in a neighborhood, for example, if you see toys, bicycles, basketball, footballs, you as a driver, that's a mental note. Slow down. Take your time. Those things are super important that you see the small picture. Another area where students are losing points is a blind spot check. When you're driving and you have to make a directional lane change, you have to look over your shoulder and exaggerate this for the road tester. They're going to have you make multiple lane changes, a lane change to the left, center mirror, side mirror, blinker, and look over your shoulder. You have to have that simple equation in your brain to be consistent. Let's talk about railroad tracks. Before you go over railroad tracks, you need to search left and right and left. You really need to exaggerate this for the road tester. They need to see you actively do this to let them know that you actively are searching for a train. A lot of railroad crossings in the United States and around the world do not have gates or any type of activation system. You will be surprised how many car train accidents they are. Let's get right into it. You have to search for hazards. This could be heavy traffic. This could be kids playing. This could be cars tapping their brake lights. You need to be in control of your vehicle consistently every single time, whether you're going at residential speed, um, regular speed on a highway or an expressway. It doesn't matter. You always have to be mentally focused in that search pattern. Let's get right into it. Occasionally, beginning drivers stop unnecessarily. You're tapping the brake lights. Here's the picture I want you to imagine. If you're behind a student driver or a new driver, they're constantly tapping the brake lights, pushing the brake. So you're saying yourself in your mind, is there something wrong with this driver? Is there a hazard I don't need to be made aware of? You, as a driver, need to have yourself mentally focused. Stop tapping the brakes so much. You want to keep more space so you can have room. A lot of beginning drivers have a shorter space cushion. And when you have a shorter space cushion, you don't have the time to react to hazards, and your road tester will mark you down for this. Next, if you have to have an accident, you want to hit something soft, a bush. You don't want to hit a tree. You don't want to hit a rock. You don't want to hit something hard. Okay, it's super important that you understand this because it varies from state to state, country to country, province to province. You have to be a mental master of your Department of Motor Vehicles rules and regulations. Let's go back over it again. You have to check your blind spot. Whenever you make a directional lane change, you have to look over your shoulder. You have to signal your intention. You have to check your center mirror and your outside mirror to the direction you are going. If you do not do that, you will lose points. If you haven't done so already, this is called Driving with Myles. I'm a certified instructor. I teach teens and adults. I administer tests. I do segment 1. I do segment 2. I do road test prep, mental examinations. We do testing prep, so more things will be coming. Let's get right into it. Now we're talking about speed and braking control. You need to be able to understand regulated signs, basic signs, and regulatory signs. If you don't understand what those signs mean, it could put you in a dangerous situation. Example, a regulatory sign is a speed limit sign. Okay. A warning sign is a yield sign. Okay. Some are yellow and black, some are red and white. You need to know mentally what those mean. If I was taking a test in this environment today, I would go over the DMV book. I would subscribe to my channel. I would post a question because I answer every single question on my YouTube channel because I want you to find value. Okay, let's get right into it. Next, a lot of beginning drivers check the speedometer too much. If you're checking the speedometer too much, you're looking down. You need to look up and actively look left, middle, and right. You always have to have that active search pattern. And that's what I'm looking for as a instructor. And beyond that, road testers are looking for that. So you actively know what's going on. When you see brake lights pop on, your foot needs to come off that gas. If you see people changing lanes left to right, you need to be actively searching. Is there a hazard? Is there a danger? You need to be able to make a lane change if you have to safely with a blinker, checking your blind spot. Okay, let's get right into it. You must make a complete stop, motionless, minimum 3 seconds, and behind, listen to me, behind the stop line. That stop line is that big, thick line. You need to stop behind that. After you stop, you inch forward and look at traffic to your left. Speaking of lefts, when you make a left turn, you need to signal your intention 100 feet, half a block, let's say about 3 to 7 cars. It's trying to give you a time-space continuum. 3 to 7 cars, you signal. You get into that left turn lane where the line is broken. If you cross it before it's broken, that's a deduction. If you don't look over your shoulder, that is another deduction. So you're up into the intersection. You have a protected left-hand turn. This is where the light will turn green for you and you can make your left-hand turn in the nearest lane. If you're in the inside most lane, that is by the double yellow. If you're making a double left turn lane or a triple left turn lane, or every lane you go into, you must stay in that lane till you complete your turn. Then you signal your intention. Then you check your inside mirror, outside mirror, and you look over your shoulder. Failure to do so and you coming in too fast, going out of your lane, could cause failure, a potential accident, or losing points. Let's get right into it. You are coming off the expressway, going at expressway speed, 65, 70, and in some cases 75. You fail to slow down to a recommended warning speed because you're looking at the warning sign that is 30 miles an hour or 25 miles an hour. If you come in too fast, centrifugal force will pull you to the outside of the curve. You're going to hit that yellow warning line and you're going to slide. That is potential failure because that is a dangerous condition. Let's talk about tapping the brakes. You need to understand how far, how fast, how heavy your car is. If it's raining, snowing, you need to increase your stopping distance, right? Let's pretend we're going at 45 miles an hour. I need you to make a right turn at the light. The light is a half a block away, maybe 5 cars, 7 cars. I would start turning on the blinker. You need to give drivers behind you time to slow down. If you turn it on too late, drivers are driving at normal speed. You might get honked at. You might get rear-ended because you suddenly turn. So you as a driver need to know what your car is doing. Your road tester will never put you in a dangerous situation. If you're new to this channel, this is called Driving with Myles. I'm known as at the funny guy _2 on TikTok. You're going to get a lot of value, a lot of real information here because I need you to focus and prepare for your road test. Next, let's talk about people who are driving manuals. If you're in the wrong gear, the car will buck and surge and you will lose points. Okay. Also, if you're trying to shift over a railroad track. So I just want to say thank you. Please subscribe to my channel, Driving with Myles.